everyone, welcome back. So in this session we'll be learning about list in Python. So list is a built-in data structure that can hold mixed data types. So we'll be checking about the multiple manipulation techniques in the list. So first of all, how to create the list. So simply we can just say list here, and it actually requires the elements inside square brackets. So once I just do this, suppose we have these elements, and let's just put one more here so that it's not a sorted. This is how we create the list, and if we just print this one, let's say list 1, and if we run the script, the list is created. Now how to access the elements. So first of all, these are actually indexed starting from 0. So the list at 0, list 1 at 0 will be 9, this will be 1, and so on. And if we have to access the elements from the end of the list, we have to use -1 for the last element, and then -2, -3, and so on. So let's see, if we just do list 1 of 0, it should return 9. Let's run the script. 9, right? So let's try to access the element which is placed at the end of the list. So we can do -1. So you get 7. This is how the elements are accessed. And then we can see the slicing. Slicing is nothing but the list will be divided. So for that, slicing basically has starting index and the ending index. So if we don't provide anything, it will take by default starting at 0th position, and it will be the length of the list. So first of all, list of, let's say we have to get the element starting at 1, then let's say 1 2 3, just get it 4, because this element is exclusive, so it should show 1 2 and 3. Let's try to print this one. So we got 1 2 3. So we have sliced this part of the list, and we have mentioned 4 because this 4 actually is the exclusive. It will count from 1 to 3 till 3. Next, we will check about adding the elements inside the list. So how to add? It's simply we have to append some elements inside the list. So let's say I just do list 1 dot append, then I'll append 15. Okay, so this number will be added at the end of the list. And if we just run the script again, let me just clear this one. Now this 15 has been added to the list. This is how we add the elements. And also, if we have to add the element somewhere in between the list, so for that you need to just use list dot insert, because we are gonna insert the element inside the list. And the syntax is basically, first will be the index, at which index you have to insert the element, and second one will be the value. Okay, so this is how we have to do. Maybe I can just put this, comment it, so you can know. So let's try at 0 1 2. At second index we'll be inserting value as 13. Okay, and now let's check our list 0 1 2. So 13 has been added at index 2. Right. Let's try to remove some elements from the list. So for that you just simply have to use remove. So let me just do list1 dot remove. Then if we just mention like 3 and run the script, it has removed the 3 which is present inside the list. So it is something like it will remove the first occurrence. So let's see if I have multiple 3 coming here after 9, also I have 3. Okay, in this case what will happen with this remove method, it will remove the first occurrence of this value and it will keep rest of them as it is. If we run the script, it should be like only this 3 which is placed at 1 index will be removed. See 9 1, so 9 3 1, it became 9 1 and these 3 are already in place, right? Let's just use pop. Pop is one of the method using we can just remove the element. So if we just do list.pop, it will remove the very last item from the list. So if we just run the script, now you see this 3 has been removed. Pop means removing the very last element from the list. Now if we just use the delete method, we have one more thing, like we just do delete and then list. Let's say, oh, we can mention some index here. So let me just get 0 itself, maybe. Yeah, so we run, the 9 has been removed. So it is basically deleting the element which is placed at this index. There is one more operation, like we can look through the list. So for that we just have to simply do let's say for value in list1, we can print each value. Okay, so let me just run this. You can see the each item has been printed because using this for loop, this values has been iterated and printed over here. There is one more thing, we can print a value along with its index. So for that we just have to do I comma b, which is I will be the index and b is the value, and we have to simply use the enumerate. Yeah, we have to use enumerate, okay, this function, and we have to provide like I comma b. So using this for loop we can loop over, like iterate through the list, and we will get index along with its value. Okay, so these are the index 0 1 2 etc, and along with that the value which is associated with this index will be printed over here. So this was about looping through the list, and let's just look at list comprehension. This is one more manipulation technique that can be performed on the list. So for list comprehension, let's say if we have to square all the elements, for that we have to just, let's say we are just squared equals square brackets, and inside that it's basically result, and then we have to have the loop and then condition. This is how the syntax is, and condition is optional. You can also go with result and loop. So let me just put it for your reference here and comment it. Okay, so here let's start with the result. What result we want? We have to square the elements. So for that, let's just do like x to the power 2. Okay, so this will be our result, and now we have to mention like what will be the x. X will be each item inside the list. So we can do for x in list 1. So now it will refer to all the elements. It will loop over the elements and it will square it. Now we haven't mentioned the condition. First of all, let's just try to run this. Oh, just forgot to print this one. Okay, let's print this squared so that we can see this squared result. Now we had 9, 8 square 81, 3 square 9, 1 square 1, 2 square 4, and so on. So squares has been done. There is one more thing. If we have to add the condition, I am adding some condition here because we have multiple 3. Okay, so if let's say x, I would say not equals to 3. Now it will skip if there will be 3 because we have multiple 3, right? So this 3 will be skipped, and only for other values, rest of the values, the items will be squared. Now let's run this. So this time actually we have added the condition. So we have result, then the loop and the condition. Let's run this. Here you can see the result 81 and 1, 4, 36 and 49. You won't see 9 because we have added the condition, right? So this is how the difference between adding condition and not adding the condition. You can verify the result here. That's all for the list.